Hello traders, welcome back. So guys, I could not update you guys concerning the trade I took yesterday due to some reason. I was busy, guys, so I'm going to give a quick update about the trade, right? Initially I was anticipating buys on gold, and I actually took the buys on gold, right? So without wasting much of your time, let's dive to the chart. All right, here's my gold chart. Right now, as you can see, initially I was looking to buy from this point right here. As you can see, I was initially looking to buy from this zone, right? That was what I was anticipating. So price instead reacted from this zone. As you can see, price reacted from this zone now. So like I said, I was looking for confirmation to go long after it reacted from that zone. So I could not get that confirmation earlier, and I slept off. So when I woke up and I saw price has already gone far, so I was anticipating price to come back to this zone right here. As you can see, I was anticipating price to come back to this zone to continue the bullish move, right? So what happened was that while waiting, I got confirmation even before price came back to that zone. Got the confirmation, right? As you can see, I took the trade right here. After the confirmation, I was risking 2% on that trade, right? Both on my funded account and my funded account, I was risking 1.5%. On the face account, I was risking 2%. So immediately it went into profit. I reduced my risks, and price came back to hit my stop loss, which I lose about 1 point something percent, right? So immediately price came back to that zone I was initially waiting for, right? As you can see. So stay tuned to the end of this video. You're gonna learn something from this video, right? So now initially this was where I was waiting for price to come back to, and as you can see, price came back to that zone. Now give me the confirmation, and I took the buys again, right? Immediately I took the buys again, right? And as you can see, this trade is currently running in massive profit. Now this is something that happened again. So I was awake all through the night. Why? Because while trading a propfirm account, their daily drawdown, and immediately it crossed to the next day. If the trade goes a little bit, like pulling back a little bit, it's going to count as a drawdown, right? And depending on the profit you're making, as at that time I was making about $100 profit. I was up in profit about $100. So imagine that $100 pull down, like the trade pull back, and that $100 now I lose that $100. It's going to be about 2%, right? So now what I did was I quickly moved my stop loss to break even, right? After the price went above again, I keep trailing my stop loss. Now what happened was that I traded my stop loss up until this zone right here. As you can see, I traded my stop loss up until this zone right there. Now price now pull back to this zone from the charts, which you can see right here. Sorry for that noise, guys. So as you can see, price came back, like price dropped from this point, right? From this point down to this point. So I was like, okay, if price can continue going back up from this point, right? As you can see, there's a weak rejection right here. So if price can continue going back from here, then I'm going to smash TP. So I leave my stop loss right there, and I slept off. Waking up this morning, I saw price came down to hit my stop loss, right? Price came down to hit my stop loss, and that was the most annoying part. As you can see, this was where my stop loss was initially. Price came down, hit my stop loss, and look at the profit gold is in currently, and look at my target right there. That was my target, 4,047, right? That was my target, and now almost TP right now. This is about 6 hours, and I was supposed to pass my phase 1 with this trade. Yeah, that TP was going to pass the phase 1. Initially, this second trade, the first trade I was risking 2%. This second trade I was now risking 1%, right? And remember, I lost about 1 point something percent. So right here I was now risking 1 point something percent, right? Which is about 1.5%. So if this trade had hit TP, I would have passed phase 1, and on my funded account I would have been up about 10%. Yeah, I would have been up about 10%. No, rather 8%, because I took a loss of 1%, right? So I would have been up about 8% on my funded account, and I would have passed this challenge phase 1. But it is what it is. So right now on my funded account I'm break even, and on the new account, which is the phase 1, I'm in a minor drawdown, just minor drawdown. It's not even up to 8%. It's not even up to 8%, right? Yeah. So that was how I missed out on this opportunity, right? Not that I missed out, but sometimes things like this happen. So let me know in the comment section what you learned from this particular trade I took. Like the whole thing that happened. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you learned from it. Peace.